Alright guys, here back at it again. Week 14 of our NFL locks. We have locks. If you watched our last video, if you watched last week's picks, 3-0 baby. This is what we do. This is it. Before we jump right into the video, 2 favors for you. Hit the like button and subscribe. I know you want to. From there, last week we did a bet guys showdown, okay? A little mano a mano. The record is now tied 1-1, and the belt is going to D-Gen Den. He is gonna take the championship this week. I'm not afraid. I'm coming back, so don't be worried about me. All my Pick'em Nick'em fans, we'll be back. All right, we'll be back. But with that being said, let's hop right into our last way. Another great week of football. You have the championship, the playoff, routes kind of starting to take form. You have teams that are battling to stay up. You have teams that are already hitting the snooze button, maybe working on next year's quarterback. But we'll run that down.
Tank for Trevor.
Yeah, tank for Trevor. Who you like in lock number 1?
All right, well, right off the bat, we're going back to the well. We've been going there all year. Arizona, bet Ben on, bet Ben off. Cardinals on the road against the Giants, -3. Right away, we love the Cardinals. We've seen it 1.5, 2.5, so public money is pushing that in the line, but you got to look at the Cardinals in the long run. They're the team. They've got the offense. Kyler Murray, obviously his shoulder's been wonky for the past couple of weeks. But the flip side, you got the Giants. You got Colt McCoy there. Okay, they got so lucky against Seattle. Who knows how that actually happened? They beat Seattle in Seattle. Going into this game, they need this, obviously, to take a lead in the division.
Yeah.
But Cardinals, they're like, what team is going to show up? We don't necessarily know, but at 3 points, we're loving that because, that's not a lot for a team with a lot of offense.
Yeah, they need the win right now.
Yeah.
This is kind of one of those divisional games that we were talking about in terms of, the Rams are looking like the early favorites. Seahawks looking like they need some milk right now.
Need some milk.
But, you know what? I think Arizona needs to win this game to stay in the hunt.
For sure. A fun little fact there. Cardinals are 5-1 ATS in the last 6 in New York.
Yeah.
They kind of own New York. They love playing there. And I think Kyler shows up. It's kind of like a primetime, big city game.
Yeah.
They're going to throw the offense at the Giants. The Giants, they don't have Daniel Jones, so realistically we don't expect them to be in this game at all. So.
I know. Okay, on to lock number 2. I really like this one. I feel like the Washington football team is running off that momentum, which we called last week.
Right.
Big cover call. They ended up winning. Okay, I think that defense is running hot. I think Scary Terry, he's been cleared to play. I know there is some trouble there. Alex Smith,
comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year. How is he playing? Like only to come back, yes, but now playing in the NFL at an elite level.
And if you watched the game, I think it was like in the third quarter or something like that, he took a nasty spike right to the shin, just bloody, dug in, so bloody, just kept on playing, just a pure warrior at the end of the day. Yeah, pure warrior and athlete. Look, Redskins are rolling. They got an elite defense. That D line is unstoppable. I don't know how many times they stopped Pittsburgh on the goal line.
Yeah.
They punched it in here and there, once maybe if not twice, but they were stopping it. If it wasn't for some stupid penalty by a dumb DB that's just clutching and grabbing, they would have been out of that situation, no problem. They would have won by double digits. Washington going this game against the Niners. They're the dogs at +3. You look on the flip side, Niners haven't been anything. They've beaten the Rams. We don't know how they've beaten the Rams twice this year. But other than that, they don't show up against any other team. They're going into a neutral site. They're playing at Cardinal Stadium. Yeah.
Neutral site that they lost to the Bills.
Correct.
So no advantage there.
Yeah, no advantage there. And at the same time, too, they're not playing well. They don't have Kittle. They don't have Jimmy Gorgeous. So they're not playing it well. And this +3 with the way the defense is playing, I mean, some might call it a fluke against Pittsburgh last week, but they're rolling and they're.
I think the defense is.
Yeah, I mean, okay, they're missing Gibson, which is a huge component. The line would probably be
McKissick stepped up.
Yeah, McKissick's been one of the top guys receiving as well.
I mean, rookie with Gibson, he was like lighting it up.
Yeah,
like at the end of the day, McKissick's was like he was getting the screens, he was getting
exactly. So I mean, you're looking at that, and realistically, like, I mean, we don't like throwing so many stats out. Road team though is like 6-1-1 in the last 6 against. In the last 6 games.
I like it.
So yeah, it's one of those things. We're gonna go Washington. They got a strong D to play
they're
well.
in the hunt too, right?
Yeah, and they're in the hunt exactly. So they need this win. The Niners are kind of like meh. They're kind of out of it at this point.
They're on to Super Bowl fucking 2030.
Yeah, exactly.
But with that being said, lock number 3. This one is a little peculiar. A little bit of shade being thrown. Yeah, you go 11-1. It's not good enough.
Yeah, no,
it's not good enough.
It's not gonna, which was so surprising. So if you don't know, Steelers on the road as a 11-1 dog against Bills Mafia 9-3. So
don't throw no disrespect on the Bills.
I mean, hey, as a Finns fan, I mean we need this loss. We need this loss
down there.
We need this loss. So I mean, we're looking at the board and. How could you not take Steelers at 11-1 plus money on 110?
The Steelers do typically run this matchup not only in against the spread, but obviously head to head.
Yeah.
The Steelers had an off week last week. Obviously, still going to be in the playoffs, but they just need that kind of bounce back win, kind of gel.
And the offense rolling
and just start forming
Connor's back
for the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Connor's back. And then, typically I would say this line is right if there's fans in Buffalo, because Buffalo's a really hard place to play.
True.
I would see this line being 5-2, if not maybe even higher, 3 or 4. There's no fans in Buffalo, so there's no home field advantage. Pittsburgh is playing in the same cold, and we checked weather. It's going to be like 15 Celsius, 60 for you Americans, Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And sunny on Sunday. So it's going to be a wide open game. I think we were talking about the over because it could be a shootout. Steelers can get their offense back. We know Buffalo has an offense. Obviously, Josh Allen has been lights out. But at the end of the day, you got to go on the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, 11-1 on the road. The Bills' defense, a little suspect. Obviously, they're relying on their offense.
Their run defense is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, they have not been doing anything.
If
as compared to last year, especially.
Yeah. No, I mean, if Connors is on a snap count, then maybe, okay, I get it, because obviously...
But you still got weapons, Deontay, Juju, Clay, Ebron.
We're not talking.
Although Ebron's got brick hands, he can't even catch a single
I mean, Roethlisberger can probably
run
against them.
Seriously. Seriously. So, I mean, we're on the Steel City, plus 110 money line.
Plus money on a team that's 11-1.
Remember that for next year.
Sunday Night Lights.
I love it.
Sunday Night Lights.
I love it. So that's it. This week we don't necessarily have a mono battle, but if you'd like to comment on what we should give you on our other locks for other games, leave it there.
Let us know who you like.
Yeah, don't forget that. Remember, it's bet guys. If you're not picking with us, who you betting with?
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.